Hey everyone, Radiant Hill family, Bellevue Christian School family, and anybody else who is tuning in for a little hope for today. It's a beautiful day here in the Denver metro area. And even though it's beautiful, we realize there's chaos swirling around us. We are in the midst of a pandemic. And for a lot of us, this creates some uneasy feelings in us. For some of us, this season has become extremely busy. For others of us, this season has really brought things back and slowed us down and practically brought us to a standstill. But in the midst of wherever we are at, it's important for us as believers to stop and to look at Jesus, right? To look at Jesus, who is our hope, who is our anchor, one who steadies us in the midst of swirling seas. I want to point us to just one verse from the book of Philippians. And in Philippians, Paul is writing to his good friends at Philippi, and he loves them. He, in fact, throughout this letter, he encourages them with so much joy. And you see that over and over again. And he says this in chapter 1, verse 6. He says, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." For many of us, we have, through this time of uncertainty, been trying to kind of pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and try to kind of figure out how we regain some type of certainty, some type of steadiness, and we lean into ourselves to try to muster up that calm. But the reality is that Jesus is the one who can do that. He's the only one who could bring us that calm, who could bring us that certainty. He is the one who, even in the midst of this storm, is perfecting us so that we may be made complete at the day of Jesus Christ's return. You see, each and every day as we live life, if we lean into our own power in order to make sense of this life, we are going to be lost and we are going to continue to run empty. But God, who is all powerful, like Paul said, who began a good work in the Philippians, those who believed in Philippi, and who began a good work in those who believe today, he will complete it by his power, not by our own. There's an author and pastor from the Northwest. His name's Jeff Vanderstelt, and he says this. He says, "We have been saved from the penalty of sin. We are being saved from the power of sin, and we will be saved from the presence of sin." In the midst of all of those levels, the one doing the saving is God. God is the one who is working in and through those who are being saved. It's not up to us to figure this life out and to gain enough strength and power to kind of piece ourselves together in the midst of this craziness, but it's the only one who could do that is the Lord. Let's lean into him today. Love you guys. See you soon.